Greetings, everybody. I'd like to talk about reasonable assurance as it relates to EDD and unemployment benefits. I don't know how many other fields of employment this applies to, but I know that for school employees, EDD and some school districts like to use reasonable assurance as the reason to not give unemployment benefits. I initially got my unemployment benefits denied due to the school saying I had reasonable assurance to return to work for them. But I looked up the definitions of reasonable assurance, and I was later able to prove that I didn't really have it. Before we go any further, I want to say that basically, if you're expected to have the same job at the same school or district after summer vacation as you did last year, whether you're a substitute, an IA, a janitor, etc., then from what I understand, you do have reasonable assurance as long as they offered you the job for the next school year, and therefore you're technically not eligible to receive unemployment benefits during the summer. But it doesn't mean you can't try and apply and possibly get the benefits. Let's get into the definitions provided by EDD. Reasonable assurance is when you're planned to return to work in the same or similar capacity. So if you were a sub, an IA, a janitor, a teacher, etc., and you're planning on returning after summer to be those things again, then you do have reasonable assurance. However, reasonable assurance has to be more than just a possibility of work. In other words, the school basically has to have legitimately offered you the job for next year. If they didn't guarantee you the job for next year, then you have a case for getting unemployment benefits. But from what I've experienced, EDD might tell you that you can't actually collect the benefits until the school year starts in August or September, and you then contact EDD to verify that you weren't called back to work. And then they would back pay you for all of the summer unemployment benefits that you should have been collecting. Reasonable assurance exists only if the economic terms and conditions of the job offered in the second period are not substantially less. In other words, if they demoted you or cut back your hours for the next school year, you have a good case for getting unemployment benefits. But if you're expected to do basically the same job for almost the same pay next school year, then you're not supposed to get unemployment benefits. Specifically, if you're expected to earn at least 20% less money, then you can get unemployment benefits. For example, if you used to work 40 hours a week, but now they're only going to have you there for 32 hours or less per week, you should be able to get unemployment benefits. If you used to work 20 hours a week, but now they're only going to have you there for 16 hours or less per week, you should also be able to collect unemployment. Lastly, a loss of customarily scheduled work also means you can get unemployment benefits. So depending on how much your work schedule changed, if you lost 20% or more of your wages, you can get unemployment benefits. Now, as we conclude this video, I want you to know that even if you present this information and proof to your EDD interviewer, they may still deny you your benefits. Why? I don't know exactly why, but my guess is, and I don't mean to offend, some EDD representatives may not understand what we're trying to say. But hey, I make mistakes too, of course. And the reason I know they may still deny you, despite you having evidence, is because, as I said earlier, they denied me at first too, even though I mentioned this proof, until I mailed in my appeal and spoke with someone else about it. So, it may depend on which interviewer you get and whether or not they understand and agree with what you're saying. Good luck, everybody.